click it? Can I kick it? Yes, I can. Can I click it? The half sip with the thermal layer. Trail pack that's as light as air. With the free download, I'm a big saver. Can I click it?
The new City Shop program automatically searches for savings at over 5,000 online merchants. Start saving today.
We're seeing that AI adoption, especially amongst business decision makers, is surpassing all other modern technologies.
People look at efficiencies in AI, but the real important side is looking at how can it make us more creative and interesting.
These technologies demand very different approaches and business models in order to implement them.
With AI adoption, it's all about how do you create a global brand, but with a local soul.
A retaliatory is the last thing that you need from a Tesla perspective. And I think this is something everyone's been waiting for, because the reality is, given the prices of the Chinese EVs and what I've seen firsthand, it will be very tough from a competition perspective. Retaliatory definitely could happen. This Game of Thrones continues to play out.
Great analysis there. Game of Thrones. Well, the Biden administration is set to unveil exactly what are the new tariffs on China. That will come as soon as next week. The reports say that tariffs will target EVs, batteries, and other metals. They will not be across-the-board hikes sought by the former President Donald Trump. Joining me now is Bloomberg's David Welch. David, good to see you this morning. So, look, this is as much a political message as it is an economic protective message for Team USA. What is the threat to the U.S. auto industry?
Chinese have a huge advantage in developing the supply chain and battery technology, and all that leads to lower-priced EVs that they sell in China. And they're also selling them pretty successfully right now in South America. They're selling more vehicles in Mexico. So, in a way, they're already on the doorstep of the United States. And if they were to sell those vehicles here, it's just a huge threat to what General Motors and Ford are trying to do. They're trying to build their EV businesses. It's also a threat to Tesla. That's a lot of jobs here. And also think about the Toyota, Honda, Hyundai plants, Nissan plants in the U.S., the Mercedes and BMW plants here. Any vehicles exported here from China threaten those jobs, and that's an awful lot of jobs in the auto sector, plus the parts beyond that. So this is a message to union voters, to non-union blue-collar voters, that the Biden administration is looking out for them and looking out for their jobs. And also it is, look, it's trying to buy time for the U.S. automakers and even Tesla to keep building up their EV businesses and lowering costs, hence lowering their vehicle prices, so they can remain competitive for the day when Chinese vehicles do get here. And I think one day they will. But we've got to get, in this country, a supply chain that can lower costs of EVs to even try to be competitive with them. And the way to forestall their advantage and put off the day that they come here is through some pretty heavy tariffs. And I think that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at Tesla's competition landscape in China already. It's slipping behind. It's having to cut prices there. Can we talk a little bit about Tesla? Because I'd like some clarity. I'd like some help. Last week, we saw the supercharger infrastructure and the people involved in that being shelved. And yet, overnight, we hear Elon Musk talking about wanting to put another $500 million into superchargers. And then I have BP speculated to be on the verge of looking at the supercharger infrastructure of Tesla. This is the tweet from Elon. Tesla will spend over $500 million expanding our supercharger network to create thousands of new chargers this year. So can you just clarify for me where we are?
Elon Musk is always really clear until the next day when he says the opposite of what he said previously. So look, I think part of the reason he may have cut some of those people is maybe the targets to expand previously weren't being hit. But look, Tesla.
Good morning, good morning. Are we live? Muy buenos días para todos. Saludos desde la tierra de los rubios y las rubias. Ayer les pasé un video. Vamos a pasar por acá a Discord grupo. Muy buenos días para todos. Se va a venir la locura de Novavax. Yo me imagino, grupo. Miren. Y yo podría poner las manos en el fuego con lo que les voy a comentar. Yo estoy seguro. Estamos en vivo, sí. Yo estoy seguro que en esta comunidad esa alerta de Novavax pasó desapercibida. Tengo la certeza completa. Yo confío en esta comunidad. Yo estoy seguro, grupo, que la mayoría de ustedes, me confirman por favor si estoy en Discord. Yo estoy seguro que la mayoría de ustedes vio la alerta de Novavax y dijeron, no, esto es una locura. Yo estoy seguro, grupo. Yo confío en esta comunidad. Muy buenos días para todos. Saludos desde Carolina del Norte. ¿El live está abierto? No me digan eso.
Maestro, el live está abierto.
God damn it. Bueno, hay que cerrar el live entonces acá. Voy y vengo, grupo. Gracias. Esto es exclusivo para los miembros de la comunidad. Ya vengo, grupo.